EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now the NFL's leading rusher in 2021, Jonathan Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down. You look at this Bears defense. And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Richardson. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 24 yards.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The Colts hit 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Off play action, Richardson. This pass caught, it's Woods. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 27 yards there, a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Richardson to throw. Forced out to his left. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Richardson working from the gun. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Off the bootleg, it's Williams. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Nash. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. In motion goes the tight end. Peterson is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Again, Peterson. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. So 2 tries from the 2, and they remain at the 2.
And now I'm thinking RPO, what they call run-pass option. Don't just make it a simple running play. Give them a chance. Put in the hands of your quarterback and see if he can make something happen.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw for it with Williams. And this time he is in.
Yes.
A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Open man down the field. That's a Dunze. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. You look at this Bears defense, and they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
Here's 2nd and 10. Quick pass to the outside, caught by Conley. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. He'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 21, here's the second down and 6. They run once more with Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Richardson out of the shotgun. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams. He fights him off. Flushed out right. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone. To the air, Williams. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Nash. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll run with Peterson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His first rushing touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Santos with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Now it's Richardson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And a hard tackle there as he'll go down after a gain of about 5.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. To the right side, complete to Taylor. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now Richardson. To the left side into the hands of Adunze. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 40. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Richardson looking to throw this. He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Here's a tap forward by Richardson. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 8. And Richardson yet again. And it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man. and broke the play up.
The Colts on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And that will be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. To throw, it's Williams. He finds his man, complete. That's Nash. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Flush to his right. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Williams. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
2nd and 10. Here's Williams. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw once more, here's Williams. Touchdown, Bears! A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears go up by 2 touchdowns. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes.
Richardson hit it, he fumbles it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Richardson looking to throw. Everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? That one goes for 30 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Juju Brents. And the Colts are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Now 2nd and 9. Slot man moves right. Richardson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Caught here by Conley. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. From the gun, here's Williams. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Williams going to look to throw again. That'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 33. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. To throw, Williams. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And this is caught on the sideline, and he gets out of bounds as well. How about that?
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first two quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Now the point after try for Santos. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And this is caught on the sideline, and he gets out of bounds as well. How about that? A gain of 32 that time.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Richardson to throw. Oh, Doozy wide open. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They'll run here with Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that will cut the lead down to 15. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Second and 5. They run again with Peterson. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That good for 19 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Yeah, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. They run the counter now. It's Peterson. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 36. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll go play action here with Williams. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. First down, here's a run with Peterson. The tackle made by Caleb Chason.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Throwing is Williams. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Colts are going to have it here at their own 15. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Now they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Wait for this.
Off the option, here's Taylor. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Richardson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield or man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum and were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. On play action, here's Williams. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A huge play there for Chicago. 46 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Mark Andrews with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Bears have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Santos with the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Oh, baby, you know the owner's happy with that one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
I want to see some points out there. Trap 60.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Third quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10.
Play here. Take it to him. 60 back. Go. Let's go. 70 ranging. Get some momentum here, Al. Put it in for a touchdown. Warriors 70. Do him offense.
Operating from the gun. Richardson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Back to the air with Richardson. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's going to be out of bounds here. All the way down inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Here's a tap forward by Richardson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Sliding out of the pocket. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The run on 4th and goal from the 4 is stopped short. And the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to pull.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. To the air, Williams. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A 10th carry now for Peterson. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's 2nd and 7. They'll fake the give. Now Williams. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for. That time it costs them. Off the play fake, it's Williams rolling to his right. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. It's a first down, and that catch also puts him at 150 yards receiving now for the game. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. They'll run for it with Peterson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Bears look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Santos now to add the PAT. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And this offense on 3rd down today, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stairs on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
On the set.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
Dancing to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
This is 2nd and 8. Play action. Now Williams.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Juju Brents.
And the Colts are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Jalen Johnson on his horse. But such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Up the middle, it's Peterson. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Bears have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. So definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4th touchdown pass as they're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, 4th quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke.
Okay, I got you.
Had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
To the left side, into the hands of Madden. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well, and a first down. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head. Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve. Williams now. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Now Peterson running right. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 73 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They run again on first down. Peterson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
Not a whole lot there on first and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Again, Peterson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Giving up a lot of points in this game, but look better on that play. Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Another tote for the workhorse here this afternoon, Peterson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long fourth and goal. You know what? I know it's fourth down, and they've got a big lead, but go for it.
Yeah, and why not, right? Because they have the big lead. But don't you have to have a little bit of admiration for these guys on the defensive side of the ball? They've been shoved around this entire game, and they're making a nice goal line stand here. It would be fun to see them stop them on fourth down, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but it's like putting whipped cream on broccoli at this point.
So what you're saying is they're going to go for it on fourth down. They're going to get it, aren't they?
I would.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into the... And he loses the football a second time. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Now Richardson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play there for Indy. And even 50 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Richardson. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Aubrey good with a PAT.
As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Oh, looking for Andrews downfield.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Pretty secure lead, but what's the harm in adding another touchdown, right? At least that's what they were thinking on that snap. But if he wants to add more points, got to bring the throw down just a little bit and keep it in the end zone.
1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
Here's Williams.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. But that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance.